All right, folks, today we're going to tackle the monster that is Stairway to Heaven on the acoustic guitar. So we're going to play little pieces of this and that, all the little sections, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. But we're going to do it a little bit differently. So we're going to get it all the way from basically what is happening on the guitar, but we're also going to break it down to its simple forms, show you some ways to play just chords instead of some of that picking, and then show you a little more advanced kind of picking styles and some things that I like to throw in there. And finally, tackling the monster that is Robert Plant at the end of this song. Those high-end vocals, man, they're killer. And a lot of people, I hear them play the song and they get to there and everything starts to fall apart. So I got a technique and a certain way of hitting that range and well, changing the range a little bit. So let me show you I'm going to break it down to sections of kind of what I'm doing. And then I'm going to come back and show you in detail. I don't want this to be a 2-hour video. So the intro, we're going to come back to this. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying the stairway to heaven. That's section 1. Again, we're going to come back and break these down. Ooh, and she's buying the stairway to heaven. And that's part. We're going to do all those sections, and then we're going to get into the Makes You Wonder. And it makes me wonder. And it makes me wonder. And then there's this part. There's a feeling I get when I look west, and my spirit is crying for me. All of that stuff, and then getting into the end. And then finally the big finish. I'm going to save the vocals for last and show you what I'm doing there at the end of the vid. So let's start off. So this is the picking pattern. The way it's recorded note for note is that most people learn this along the way, but it's a descending line. The high end stays the same, and you're at the 7th fret on the D string, and you're holding down these 3 strings basically, and you're going to pick these 2. So you're going to pick the E and the D. I'm not going to go into too many details. There's a lot of videos on this song. What I want to do is kind of show you some of the things I use to adapt it to a single guitar. And the difference, one little intricacy is that if the pattern goes, picks down the first time, and then it goes. So that's kind of stage 1. So the picking pattern is there. The one string's going down, the other one's going up. That's why this thing sounds so cool. And it goes to just a D chord up here. And then this is an F major 7, but it's basically, it's kind of if you take a C chord and you go plop and leave your E string open, your high. And then it's a G, A minor, but these notes, if you're playing a G chord, you know that these 3 notes are G anyways, so I just play. And then that little funky boom, 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 it's open A string, and then it slides up to the 8th fret. It goes 8, 7. And then you jump back in. Okay, so that's kind of that. The chords themselves, if you're saying that's too much for me, right? You could play, the chords are the A minor, there's a B major 7th with a G sharp bass, but this is the 2nd chord. You can play just an E. So this is kind of a cheater way to do it, but it's, there's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying the stairway to heaven. So again, that's the A minor to just an E chord, to a C chord, to a D chord to that F major 7th I showed you before. And then open, close A minor. So that's that section. Then there's the other part that he goes, all that is, and then he does the first one normal, and the second one he's going picking pattern wise. And then a straight down pick, and then the D. And then the F major 7th. So again, there's some, maybe a little advanced, maybe not, but either way, that's kind of what he's doing there. Then some of the fun stuff comes in. So they've got this great chord, this oh, it makes me wonder. It's an A minor. You can just play it A minor if you want, don't worry about it, but to really nail it, put that high end G on the 3rd fret of the E string. Gives it that, it's so different than, you know, it's got, you know, Page all over it, right? Now these strings, these are really cool chords, and you'll use these all over the place later. These dun, 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 what's happening there is, so these chords are up here on basically the entire guitar can be open, and you're just playing the 3 top strings. So you're going to play 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the G string, 8 on the B string, and 7 on the E string. Doesn't sound fantastic with all the strings. Maybe you want to drop that low E out, mute it a bit, but if you don't, it's okay. It fits. And then you're taking that whole thing and you're going to slide it down 2 frets, but you're going to sub in your pinky and lift off here. So essentially what you've got is, instead of having this note here, it moves up 1. So you're going 7 on the G string, 7 on the B string, 5 on the E string. So it's, and then that whole thing slides down 2 and back up. And that screams Zeppelin, right? So it's, oh, I forgot, there's a little D in there too. So you got your A minor with the G, and then you're going to keep your pinky there and go into the D. It's a little challenging, but you lift the pinky, and it makes me wonder how you lift that pinky. All right. And it makes me wonder. And then back in. And then it goes, there's a fee. So it's good to walk that one up. So it walks up to a C chord from an A sharp, all right, A, B, C. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west. It's just 3 chords in that sections of the song, those repeated sections. So that's C, G, and A minor. And my spirit is crying to me. And it goes to the F major 7th. So again, and a new day will dawn for those who stand long. And the forest will echo in laughter. And you can strum that, or you can pick it. Whatever you want to do, right? So, and all different kinds of patterns and different things, but basically it's those 3 chords, and second time around it goes F major 7th to A minor. So that's that. And then you get this part. It's just a D chord like we were before, and it's a walk up, an open E on the D chord, and then going to the 2nd fret of the D chord, and then going to on the E string, and then going to the 3rd fret on the E string. And then he does a C, more complicated. It's a little higher up in the neck, but for what we're doing here, it's a C with an added ninth. And the ninth that you're going to add is down here on the B string on the 3rd fret. And then you got this weird thing, lots of instruments in there, and they're doing kind of a walk down. It's like... So you can do that a few ways. Sometimes I go in the F major 7th. Or the C. In the mix of all the music, I think both the notes are happening. So, and then you get into the fun part. So now the hard part on the guitar is over. Great. The hard part on the vocals starts. So you've got the solo in there, so you can... kind of get a groove going. So you can do a couple things there. So it's A minor, G, and F. I'm playing the F here. You can play it as a bar, or you can just leave it open if you want. But if you close it, you can get rhythm out of it because you hang there for a bit. So it'd be... So I'm kind of hitting a lot of drone notes there, dead notes. And you can end up back on the G, or just go to the A minor, but I like to go to the G most of the time. Or, that's, again, these 3 strings are open G, so you can do that either way. Now the vocals. Now he's on... Goes, and as you wander down the road, and most guitar players go, I'm not playing that song. But you can do the same notes and you can hit it in the same way if you start on the C note. So, and as you wander down the road, your shadow is taller than our soul. There walks a lady we all know, who shines white light and wants to show how everything still turns to gold. So all that is, and as you wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our soul. There walks a lady we all know. So just a different way of doing it, but you can almost fake your way through it if you're kind of just like, and as you wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our soul. There walks a lady we all know. Good way to fake your way through it, and then you get to the end. Where all is one and one is old. And then big hits. To be a rock, not to roll. And eventually you get to the big ending. And she's buying the stairway to heaven. So there you go. That's Stairway to Heaven. Thanks for tuning in. A couple little things. There's also opportunities. Splitting this thing up so many ways. Taking a Travis pick to it. Lots of ways you can do it, and lots of ways you can simplify it. Check out my channel. I don't sell guitar lessons. I don't do that stuff, but I do post a lot of original material on there. So I appreciate you coming by and checking that out, if you don't mind. And it kind of keeps me inspired to keep the channel going, and I'll keep doing the tutorials as long as you guys want to listen. So appreciate your time, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.